Hi, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this presentation. My name is Thomas Hyman. I'm the founder and CEO of Realty Partners, and I'm so excited to bring this presentation to you and share Realty Partners, the company, with you, as well as also just briefly touch on our binary referral partner program and how that works. Realty Partners is the agent-owned company, and our mission is very simple and straightforward. It's to help agents like yourself make more money and be more successful, and in the process, truly own your lives. Now, there are three primary pains that we address for realtors. Number one, the cost of doing business. I don't need to tell you, most of you are being nickeled and dimed to death by your broker, plus you got to subscribe to all these different websites and services that add up. So that's the first issue. The second one is lead generation and marketing, and helping agents cost effectively generating leads. And no matter how successful you are, if you want to take your business to the next level, then this is for sure a big issue. And then number three, and probably the most important aspect about Realty Partners, is the residual income and retirement aspect. We really believe that our agents are partners in success, and my personal feeling is that the real estate industry has seen tremendous changes over the last 10 years. And I believe that number one, brokers are no longer the determining factor in agent success. I really think it's the other way around. The industry is agent-centric. The agent is the customer of the broker, and the agent is to a much greater degree responsible for the broker's success than the other way around. The broker really has a supporting function. And so my belief is that the broker's role is to empower and support the agent's real estate business and to help you become more successful. Because of that, I really believe that agents deserve to share in their broker's success. And that's why we structured Realty Partners the way we did, and that's why our company actually is owned by the agents. Let's talk about success in real estate. Like I said, there have been dramatic changes over the last 10 years. If you've been in business for 15, 20 years, you obviously know that yourself. And dramatic changes are taking place every year moving forward. And I find that there are three key factors that are required and that we provide our agents with. And if you look at the top agents in the industry, they all embrace these three items. The first one is an effective IDX lead capture website solution. And there are many options out there. Most of them are really worth nothing. There are probably half a dozen high-end solutions that I would call valuable. You have Commissions Inc. You have Tiger Leads, which was actually just acquired by Commissions Inc. You have Zerpal, you have AgentJet, and you have Boomtown ROI, and at the lower end you have Conversion. But each of those solutions would cost you at least $700, $800 a month if you were to get them yourself. And we chose Commissions Inc., and we actually provide our agents with their own Commissions Inc. website at zero extra cost. The second item is sales and marketing automation. You know, for most agents, marketing automation is an email drip campaign, but there's a lot more to it. The key word here really is lifecycle marketing. And we use a company called Infusionsoft, which is absolutely the leader in marketing automation and lifecycle marketing, to provide you with high-touch follow-up tools for your customers that go way beyond the closing. And then number three, you need to have an effective transaction management solution, document management solution. Most MLSs provide a freebie solution, but honestly, those are really not worth the money. And we partnered with a company called BackAgent, which is at backagent.com, which is by far the leading transaction management platform. And we provide those tools to our agents, again, at zero extra cost. Here's just a quick overview of what we provide our agents with, and there's more than that. We have our Commissions Inc. website. We have our marketing automation, free coaching and training. We have weekly training sessions. We have a huge library of trainings that are archived. We provide you with your own Google Apps application suite, phone, fax, email, of course, everything under your own virtual domain, DocuSign e-signature, business cards, name tags, ListHub Pro, and the list goes on and on. So the idea is really that we want to offer an all-inclusive solution to you as an agent, so you don't have to go out and spend $50 a month here and $100 a month there for all these different tools. And then last but not least, we also have an optional lead generation program. So if you need help with lead generation, or you don't have the budget to invest in marketing yourself, then the company will actually take the risk we will invest in lead generation for you and then collect the small marketing fee at closing. As a matter of fact, lead generation is probably the #1 problem faced by most agents, and our program is very straightforward. You can opt in and opt out at any time. We invest in quality pay-per-click lead generation on your behalf. They're high quality, unique leads, so these are not shared leads. These are unique leads driven directly to you, and we take all of the risk. So you have zero risk. What we do collect is a 30% marketing fee at closing on the first transaction of those leads that were generated by us. And again, you can opt in and out at any time. This is just an additional business generator that's available to you. Let's take a look at our compensation structure. It's very straightforward. There's a fixed monthly fee of only $100 a month, and then you're on a 75-25 commission split until you cap out. There is a all-inclusive annual expense cap of $15,000 per year. If you join in the middle of the year, that first year is prorated. And once you hit that cap, then you're at a 200% until the next year when it resets. We have a cap reduction program. So if you refer agents, then we will reduce your cap by $2,500 for every agent that you refer. And that's a permanent reduction. So you don't have to refer 6 agents to cap out every single year. But if you refer agents, your cap is reduced. And again, it's all-inclusive, including E&O, so there are no add-on or per transaction fees of any kind. Now, I call this program better than 100%, and here's why. When you cap out through our cap reduction program, let's say you referred 6 agents and your cap is 0, so you're at 200%, of course, you automatically would also qualify for profit sharing because we give you full credit for the entire cap. So whether you refer 2 agents, your cap is $10,000, and you bring in that $10,000 and you cap out, you will get credit for the entire $15,000. Or you refer 6 agents, your cap is 0, and you really never bring any money into the company on your closings, but you still get credit for the entire $15,000 cap as if you had capped out yourself. And it's that amount that you bring in the door that drives your qualification for profit sharing. So again, when you cap out, you automatically will have qualified for profit sharing at the associate level. And so you're really at better than 100% under this program. Now let's talk about partnership. And our company really is pioneering an entirely new real estate concept, business concept within the real estate industry, which is why we're so successful, I believe. The first thing is open book management. So we share all of our results for all of our profit centers with our agents, and if you are entitled to vote, then you're also invited to quarterly meetings to discuss and vote on agenda items. And we actually take polls from agents anytime there's anything that we consider or an opportunity that would affect all agents. 55% of the company equity is owned by the agents and team members, and 55% of company profits are paid out to qualified team members. And I'll walk you through how that works exactly in just a minute. We have a true retirement program. And in essence, the way our program works is that at first you qualify for profit sharing at a position. And once you've qualified 5 years in a row, then you are vested. You become vested. You're now a shareholder at that position, and that now is permanent. So whether you stay with the company, whether you retire, whether you join RE/MAX or another company, or whether you, God forbid, if you pass away, you can pass it on to your heirs. It's your asset to keep. So let's take a look at residual income just to see what it really means and what is the value of residual income. You know, most people never really think about that until they start getting into their 50s and 60s. And then it's like, how the heck am I going to retire, or how am I going to replace my income? Let's say that you just want to replace $2,000 a month. In order to replace a $2,000 a month income, which would be $24,000 a year, you would have to have $480,000 invested in income-producing assets. So this is not the equity in your home. This would be income-producing assets like a 401k or mutual funds or annuities that are actually generating income for you. So if you're right now making, let's say, $5,000 a month, and you haven't been maxing out your Social Security, and maybe you only have $1,800 a month to look forward to when Social Security comes around, how are you going to bridge that $3,000 gap in order to maintain your lifestyle? You know, that would cost a significant amount of money. And how are you doing with that? So, in other words, if you're looking at $1,000, for example, if you can generate $1,000 lifetime residual income, that is worth $250,000. So that being said, let's take a look at how we're structured and how our profit sharing works and how our retirement plan works. Let's take a look at the company first. Realty Partners. Realty Partners is structured in the way that we have a holding company at the top, Realty Partners International LLC, which then in turn owns everything below it. Right now we have Realty Partners LLC, the brokerage company, which is a 100% subsidiary of Realty Partners International. Once we get to about 25 to 30 closings per month consistently, we will set up a title company, and then at some point we'll also add mortgage and insurance. Now all of the profit sharing, all of the equity takes place at the Realty Partners International level above. So that means that all the earnings flow up to Realty Partners International, and once you participate in the profit sharing and the ownership, you actually get to benefit from the earnings generated at the real estate brokerage side across any and all offices that we might have at that point, plus title, plus mortgage, plus insurance, plus other things. And so this is for the very first time an opportunity for an agent like yourself to actually benefit from those auxiliary profit centers. Right now, if you're with a broker that owns a title company, for example, it's the owner of that broker that gets the benefit from that title company. By law, he or she cannot pay an agent something for referring business. Well, with Realty Partners, you have the opportunity to become a co-owner, and therefore you have the opportunity to legally benefit from these auxiliary profit centers as we grow. Now, the company is structured in 5 separate ownership classes or categories. In an LLC, the shareholders are called members. And so we have the founding member class, which would be myself as the founder and any investors into the company. As we continue to grow, we will bring on investment capital to grow nationally and eventually internationally. And so that is the only class that can be diluted. The other 4 classes are set aside for the agents and associates, and they can never be diluted down. So all of the associates share 5% of the company. All of the junior partners share 10%. All of the partners share in 15%. And all of the senior partners share in a 25% share in the company. And the most exciting thing here is that as you climb up the ladder, as you move from associate to junior partner to partner, you retain your share in the prior category. So let's say when you get to senior partner, you would also have a partner share, a junior partner share, and an associate member share. Now you qualify based on the value contributed to the company. And there are 2 ways to do that. The first one is your personal production. So that's the money you personally generate for the company split, the monthly minimum fee, or the lead generation fees if you were to participate in the lead generation program. The second part is your personal group production. So that's all of the money generated for the company by you as an associate, plus anyone you personally refer to the company. So let's say if you cap out, that'd be $15,000 of course, and let's say you referred 2 other agents and they each capped out too. So that would be another 15,000 times 2, so you would have a personal group production volume of $45,000. Like I said earlier, you first qualify for a profit sharing membership, a benefit of the membership class, until you vest, which happens after you qualify 5 years in a row. And once you vest it, it's permanent. It's your asset. You can transfer it, you can will it, you can pass it on, etc., without any kind of reduction. So it's not a situation that, okay, you get this much, but when you retire, you get less. Once you own your equity position, it's permanent. So let's take a look at what's required. To become an associate is fairly simple. All you have to do is generate $7,500 for the company per calendar year. That's with you and your personal group. So you don't even have to cap out. It's just a couple of transactions, and so this is fairly easy to achieve. The second position is junior partner. Again, junior partners share in 10% of the company. Plus, of course, they still retain the associate share as well. To qualify for junior partner, you have to generate $30,000 per year. So again, if you capped out and you referred 1 other person, they capped out as well, that would be $30,000, 15,000 times 2, and you would have qualified as a junior partner. So it's more difficult than the associate, but it's definitely not something that is insurmountable. Now, the next 2 positions are really people that help us build our business. And in order to achieve those positions, you definitely have to do some recruiting, some referring. The first one is partner. The partners share in 15% of the company. And in order to qualify, you need to hit $60,000 for the company per year with your personal group. So At a minimum, that would be you capping out plus 3 people referred that cap out. So realistically, you might have to refer 4 to 6 people in order to be able to hit that, because not everyone is going to cap out. But when you hit $60,000, you qualify for the partner level profit sharing. And then the final position is senior partner. Senior partners share in 25% of the company's earnings. So they have a huge chunk in both the equity and the profit sharing. And to qualify, you need to generate $150,000 for the company per year together with your personal group. So in reality, that would mean at a minimum, you plus 9 other that are all capped out, generating $15,000 each. So 10 times 15,000 would be $150,000 in order to qualify for this position. And again, your personal group means you plus any agent you personally refer. And this could be to any other Realty Partners office. I mean, right now we're in the Sarasota Manatee area, of course. We're in the process of opening up Tampa Bay and Orlando. We have agents there. And we'll also be going down into the Naples market this year. So let's say we're in Naples and you know someone in Naples and they join there. Well, they're personally referred by you, so they would count towards your personal group. We have a fast track program. And the fast track program allows you to fast track your first year profit sharing qualifier. So, and there are 2 of them. The first one is the junior partner fast track. If you refer 2 new agents during your first 30 days, then you will qualify for the junior partner profit sharing qualifier, and your first year profit share qualifier is met. The second one is the partner fast track. If you refer 4 new agents in your first 30 days, then you will immediately qualify for your first year partner level profit sharing qualifier. So this is huge. So to summarize, we provide you with an advanced technology platform, Infusionsoft Commissions Inc., which is the top IDX and CRM solution, Google Apps, back agents, etc., etc., etc. And we will always provide you with the very best technology platform that's out there. Marketing. We have corporate lead generation programs, marketing support, and also for any of your listings, we will provide social media marketing for your listings at no cost. There's an all-inclusive low annual expense cap. We have full support facilities with access to conference and meeting rooms, free printing, scanning, copier. We have open book management. We have the industry's only true equity ownership and profit sharing plan. And we have a fast track program that allows you to fast track to junior partner or even partner profit sharing qualify within the first 30 days. So to join, to get started is very simple. You're seeing this most likely on our website, so there's a join now link at the top right corner, or you can just go to joinrealtypartners.com if you're seeing this on social media or on YouTube. This first part was a walkthrough and introduction to Realty Partners. You know, the value we provide to you as an agent, why you should join Realty Partners to have access to all of these tools that literally would cost you thousands of dollars a month at zero extra cost. So we're going to help you make more money, and we're going to help you be more successful by modeling the best of the industry, bringing those tools, those technologies, those resources, and that training to you. And then last but not least, most importantly, the company is owned by the agents. The majority of the company is owned by the agents. And as an agent, you have the opportunity to qualify for profit sharing and equity ownership, which will provide you with true long-term, lifetime residual income and financial independence. I can't tell you how much each of these shares will be worth 5 or 10 years down the road, but I can tell you that from the junior partner level on forward, they are going to be quite significant. Now, there's a second part to our business, and that is the Binary Referral Partner Bonus Program. And I just want to give you a very quick walkthrough for just a few minutes, and there's another video presentation on our website about the binary plan specifically and how it exactly works. But this is just going to give you a quick overview. Before I jump into it, I want to just share with you some numbers about the real estate industry and what our goals are for Realty Partners. Right now, there are over 1.2 million realtor agents in the United States. The largest company by agent count is Keller Williams. Why do I bring up Keller Williams, who some might say is a competitor? Well, the reason I bring it up is because Keller Williams became the largest company over a 30-year time frame because of its referral program. They have a multi-level, they call it a sponsoring tree, but it's a multi-level referral program that helped them grow to that level through word-of-mouth marketing. Another company you're probably familiar with is Exit Realty. Exit Realty also has grown dramatically over the last 10-15 years. They're at over 50,000 agents, and Exit Realty also has a word-of-mouth referral program. Now, there's right now no other company out there that is truly agent-owned and that offers profit sharing and ownership on the entire company, plus residual auxiliary center. So even with Keller Williams, you don't get profit sharing at Keller Williams international level, and you certainly don't get any kind of profit sharing that is within the auxiliary services that are provided, such as title and lending. And last but not least, you don't receive any equity ownership in Keller Williams International. So Realty Partners is pioneering an entirely new system, but we use word of mouth like those two companies to help us grow explosively. Right now, there's no other company in the real estate industry that's employing a binary recruiting system. We really are pioneering that, and the reason I chose the binary system is because it's such an explosive program. My goal for Realty Partners is for us to become one of the top 3 companies within the next 10 years, and I absolutely believe that that is more than doable given the shifts in the industry, the shifts in technology that allow us to grow so much faster than it would have been possible even just 5 years ago. Our referral program is really creating a ground floor opportunity for associates like yourself to benefit yourself from the growth to come. You know, the truth is with any of these referral structures, yes, everyone has the opportunity to benefit greatly from it, but those that get in early certainly have more leverage. They have time on their side. So joining Keller Williams 30 years ago versus joining it today, whole different story. And so with Realty Partners, you have the opportunity to get in on the ground floor of an entirely new business concept. So how does the binary program work? The binary program pays 10% to infinity based on week-leg volume. It's called a binary program because you only have 2 positions underneath you, and one of those teams is going to be stronger than the other, and the volume is generated by all of the closings and all of the fees collected by the company during a week. So we have the commission splits, we have the monthly fees, we have the lead generation fees, and whatever team has the lower volume, that is the volume that you receive 10% on. The commissions are paid out weekly on the actual volume generated by the agents. We have a 10% leadership bonus on personal referrals. So let's say, for example, you go out and recruit 4 agents. I mean, one of those agents might become super successful. Maybe they become a senior partner. You would receive a leadership bonus of 10% of whatever their binary earnings are every week. So when they get a check for $2,000, you get a check for $200 and so forth. You have the opportunity to earn up to $25,000 per week. And right now, you can position yourself to design your group. I'm actually recording this on last day of December, but the official launch of the program is January 1st. So it has officially launched by the time you've seen it, of course. And you do get to benefit from massive company and upline spillover. I myself, I'm doing a tremendous amount of recruiting and marketing, and there are already a few leaders within our company that are also doing tremendous marketing, and so this generates significant amount of spillover. Now, there are 2 minimum requirements. The first one is you have to be active in good standing, of course, and the second one is you have to have 2 personal active referrals, 1 on each leg. So once you refer to 2 agents, you're automatically enrolled in the binary referral program, and you can start making money. Your profit sharing qualifier determines how much you can make per week at a maximum. So obviously, as a senior partner, you can earn more than as an associate. Now, with the binary plan, we also have a 5-year vesting program. So after 5 years, you can become vested, and you would continue to receive your earnings and your benefits from your activities. So again, in a binary plan, like I said, you only have 2 positions underneath you. So anyone that goes underneath those people would go underneath you in one of their 2 teams. Now, what happens if you refer a 3rd or 4th or 5th person? Well, since you only have 2 positions underneath you, those people would go to the very bottom on the outside of your organization. So either on the left side or right side, they would go to the very bottom. And that creates spillover, which is a very exciting and very motivating factor in the binary plan. Now, like I said, in a typical binary plan, you will never have equally balanced teams. One side is always going to be much, much stronger than the other side. And again, the other video that I posted on the presentation tab walks you through how that exactly works. The software determines every week what the volume is on your right side and your left side, and then the weaker side is the volume that is being used for the compensation, and you receive 10% up to your maximum cap. So if you haven't qualified for anything yet, the maximum you can get is $1,000. If you're an associate, the maximum you can get is $2,500. As a junior partner, it's $5,000. As a partner, it's $10,000. And as a senior partner, it's $25,000. So let's say, for example, you're an associate and you would have, in theory, generated $10,000 in commissions, while your cap is $2,500, so you would receive $2,500, and the rest of the money stays with the company and is flushed. To qualify again, you need to have one active person on your right and your left side. Spillover is a huge huge benefit in a binary plan, and timing is absolutely critical. Let's say if you were to join right now today versus 6 months ago, odds are that if you were to join 6 months from now, you're going to end up 10, 15, maybe even 20 or 30 levels below where you would be ending up today. And that means that all of those people that are above you, those 20, 30, 40, 50 people, could have been below you, but now they're above you. When they're above you, obviously, you're going to benefit them, but they're not benefiting you. If they're below you, then you will both benefit them because your spillover goes underneath them, but most importantly, they will benefit you. So timing is super critically important within a binary referral plan, and I would say that right now is the best time ever, and that's why I call it a ground floor opportunity. The leadership bonus, again, is paid on any person that you personally refer. And in order to qualify for that, you need to be junior partner qualified. So once you hit the junior partner qualifier, then you're eligible for your 10% leadership bonus. Here's a little payout example. Let's say you referred Sally and Mike, and then Sally referred Joe and Mary, and there are a couple of closings there where money is generated for the company. And then Mike referred Jeff, and Jeff has a huge closing. He'll almost cap out with that closing, but he generates $12,500 for the company. So let's take a look at the math. We have two teams. Your left-hand side with Sally has a total of $5,500 in volume. Your right-hand side has $13,000 in volume. So you receive 10% on the $5,500, so you receive $550. And on the right-hand side, we carry the balance forward. So we deduct the $5,500 from the $13,000, and you got $7,500 left. Sally receives 10% on her weak side. So her weak side is $2,500 with Joe. And the balance of $500, deducting that $2,500 from the other side, carries forward to the next week. Mike, on the other hand, receives zero because he has no volume on the left-hand side. He only has one person underneath him. He's not qualified. So two things happen for Mike. Number one, he gets zero. And number two, his volume is flushed. So that $12,500 is not going to carry over. Now you referred Sally, and we presume that you're a junior partner and you qualify for leadership bonuses. And Sally made $250 on her $2,500 volume. So she got paid $250. You get a 10% bonus, so you receive $25. So you would have received a total of $575 this week under this example. Now, it doesn't seem like a lot, but we've only had a handful of people here. So let's take a look at the earning potential. And this is where timing comes in as well. I can tell you from our experience that the average monthly volume per agent is $10,000 per year. So on average, an agent will generate $10,000 for the company. Some will cap out, some won't, some use the lead generation program, some won't, but $10,000 is the average. Now imagine this. Imagine your weak side team had 50 agents. And So that 50 agents would represent $500,000 a year in volume, and 10% on that, you would make $50,000 a year, or almost $1,000 a week, with only 50 agents on your weak side. As we go up, at 500 agents, obviously it's tenfold. It would be $9,000 a week. At 1,000 agents, it would be $19,000 a week. So is the opportunity there to generate up to $25,000 a week? Absolutely. Will a lot of people achieve that? No, because number one, you have to be a senior partner to qualify for that. And number two, everyone's results will vary on their own recruiting efforts and so forth. But this is an opportunity that's there for people that want to help build the company. And so if you just future pace for a moment and visualize the company having 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 agents, all of these agents are going to be below those people that are in the company right now. So will there be some agents that will have 1,000, 5,000, or even 10,000 people underneath them? Absolutely, the answer is yes. So will there be some people that will have 50 or 100 or 500 people on their weak side? Absolutely. So the opportunity is there. So coming back to the residual income, you don't need to generate $25,000 a week in residual income for it to have any value. Just think about it for a moment. What it would be worth for you if you had an extra $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 a month in residual income. Just visualize what that would do for your life if you had $5,000 a month in passive residual income coming in. First of all, that annuity would be worth over $1 million. So the value of that would be worth $1.2 million, if not more. But the real value would be in terms of how it changes your life and your ability to retire and your ability to pursue things in a way that maybe right now aren't possible. So providing those vehicles to you through our profit sharing, through our equity ownership, and through the binary plan if you choose so, is what Realty Partners is really all about. So to recap, there are 4 ways to profit big for helping grow Realty Partners. The first one is the binary recruiting plan, 10% to infinity. You're automatically enrolled when you have 2 people referred. You'll automatically make something because obviously they're going to generate some kind of volume. But if you want to help build the company and recruit more aggressively, this is a huge, huge, huge reward system with giant benefits. Number 2, the leadership bonus. Again, if you refer 2 or 3 people and one of them takes off and becomes super successful, you deserve to be rewarded for that because it wouldn't happen if you hadn't brought that person into the fold. So that's why we have the 10% leadership bonus. Number 3, profit sharing on all corporate profits. The binary plan is only on the real estate brokerage side. So the binary plan is only on the commission split generated for the company, the monthly fees, and the lead generation fees that are collected. It does not include auxiliary services. But through the profit sharing program, you have the ability to share in all corporate profits. So that would include title, lending, etc. when we add that. Number 4, equity ownership. Equity ownership really equals long-term residual retirement income because you no longer have to re-qualify. Once you're vested for equity ownership, which happens automatically when you hit a level 5 times in a row, you are set. You no longer have to qualify. You no longer have to remain within the company. You can do as you please. So equity ownership is a huge, huge, huge value. And it's something that's enduring, meaning you can pass it on to your family, to your children, sell it as you please. Plus, again, our fast track program to junior partner and partner levels. So if you're joining today and you can think of a couple of people that would be interested and excited about Realty Partners, if you were to join, have them join the company, you have the ability within 30 days to fast track to junior partner and partner levels. To get started, again, is very straightforward. Just go to joinrealtypartners.com/join, or if you're at the site right now watching this presentation, just click on the Join Now link on the very top right corner. The entire process takes about 24 to 48 hours to complete. You can be anywhere in the state of Florida to join. And once you submit the form, we will contact you with the next steps. If you're interested in the binary plan in some more detail, there's a 30-minute presentation video that is posted on the Join Realty Partners presentation page directly underneath this presentation video. So take a look at that, and I think you'll understand better exactly how the program works and why it is so powerful in both driving the growth of the company, which is going to benefit everyone, as well as driving the growth of your income if you participate in that program actively. So thank you so much again for taking the time to watch this presentation. If you have any questions, use the contact form below and contact me for additional information that you may need. I'll also be happy to talk to you one-on-one, of course. Certainly all requests are treated absolutely confidential, so no worries there. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to welcome you to the family of Realty Partners. Thank you so much again.